we needed to have a way to monitor the segregation of duty issues and be able to document our compensating controls. So when we looked at alternative solutions, we found the former Security Weaver that is now Pathlock solution, and that seemed to line up really well with what we wanted to do, and we've been happy ever since. We started out probably around 2008, and we took the default set of combined transactions that would present a segregation of duty issue and the relative risk rating for each that came from Pathlock. And we did an analysis to determine, what is relevant for U.S. Sugar with our accounting and finance department. So we may have added a few, took a few out, or lowered the risk on some of them. And then we took anything with a critical or a high rating of combination for segregation of duties, and we put in mitigating controls or compensating controls in the system, or we actually removed transactions from roles to eliminate segregation of duty conflicts for those users. So just on a monitoring basis, we use it for a couple of things. When we provision new user accounts, our security engineers, they run the Pathlock's, segregation of duty analysis when they're either modifying a role or assigning roles to different new employees. So that makes their life a lot easier. And then during the audit every year, when we have that, it's nice because we can show them that we have the system generated reports, segregation of duty issues, and that we're in compliance, and it produces the list of all of our compensating controls and all of that. So it makes the audit go a lot smoother as well. I see it as being pretty pivotal. We need to make sure that when we transition to S4 that we don't do anything through security that would expose us to, insider fraud or any additional risk that may pop up. So we want to make sure that we maintain our current level, at least, of segregation of duties compliance, and that we have good visibility in there for our critical transactions as well that we monitor. So even if it's not a segregation of duty issue, we like to monitor on a pretty frequent basis who has access to some critical transactions to make sure that that doesn't get out of alignment with what we would like to have as an organization. So we did just actually acquire a refinery in Savannah, and they have a really old version of PeopleSoft. And it would be nice to be able to leverage Pathlock and configure it so that we could pull in their security roles and do the analysis and have that all under one central reporting system so we can see the segregation of duty issues. Places where we couldn't either remove the segregation of duty issue or come up with a good compensating control, we actually use the elevation privilege management system. We use that tool from Pathlock to allow users to operate without the segregation of duty issue on a 24/7 basis, but at the times, maybe the end of the month where they needed to access transactions that would pose a segregation of duty issue, they could use the emergency repair session to check out their elevated privileges in a monitored fashion. So all of the activities that they're doing while they're in that state are being recorded, and it gets sent to their supervisor afterwards for approval. So we were able to mitigate all of our critical and high segregation of duty issues through one of those means.